I'd like to call the Louisville City Council meeting to order and ask for approval of the June 15th, 2026 meeting agenda.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Second?
Let's go ahead and vote.
Johnston,
Yes.
McAllister Atkins,
Yes.
Street,
Yes.
Algeontich,
Yes.
Gadone,
Yes.
Please bow your heads for a moment of silent prayer. Amen. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Johnston,
Here.
McAllister Atkins. Here. Street,
Here.
Algeontich,
Here.
Gadone,
Here.
Okay, I have a certificate of an open meeting, and I'd like to ask for approval of the minutes from June 1st, 2026 council meeting.
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
Let's go ahead and vote.
Johnston,
Yes.
McAllister Atkins,
Yes.
Street,
Yes.
Algeontich,
Yes.
Gadone,
Yes.
Okay, we have the mayor's court report of receipts and disbursements for the month ending May 31st, 2026. I'd ask them to be approved as presented, and that brings us to the financial report.
Thank you, Mayor. This will be fairly quick. Income tax collections are up 1.9% from what they were this time last year. As you might recall, last month it was 1.3%, bouncing back a little. This increase is in spite of a 62% decrease in the corporate net profit taxes so far this year. So if those catch up, then that should go up as well. The general fund balance is comparable to what it was at this time last year, which is what we expected to see when the property tax settlement came through, and it did. The appropriation benchmark for May is 42%. All funds together are at about that figure. They're at about 42.9, I believe. But when you factor out the transfers between funds, that drops drastically, so we are well within that benchmark. And finally, the Star Ohio interest rate was 3.79%.
Do you have an explanation or a hunch why corporate net profits are down like that?
I personally don't. Our income tax administrator is here, so if you have any questions for her, I'm sure she. But or it's a tax commissioner rather. She may have. If you wanted to know, I personally do not know what the exact cost is.
Yes, what is going on is those companies in the state of Ohio switched their net profit losses from some were 0, some were 3, some were 5. We're at 5 now, and that was the last couple of years. So we are seeing that. Unremarkably, I guess I will put it this way, we had a couple of businesses in town over 2 years that had a 400% increase. It was a very good year for them, never to be seen again. So we are leveling out and also timing when we receive the money from the net profit office from the state of Ohio collects. We received it this month.
There you
To
go.
the tune of about $24,000. We're settling up actually with the state of Ohio from 2019. They're all over the board with this, so it doesn't affect our net profit. Normally, we're about 87 to about 145,000 more for those stuff.
All right, thank you, Lori. Okay, any other questions for Matt? Okay, let's move to ordinance number 26-33.
being an ordinance authorizing and directing the finance director to execute a contract with the Regional Council of Governments for the purpose of administration and collection of municipal income tax in the city of Louisville.
I'll make the motion. We bring ordinance number 26-33 to the table for its first reading.
I'll second.
Well, speaking of income tax, Mayor, this is the first reading of the ordinance that would transition our income tax administration and processes to the regional income tax agency under the Council of Governments, and allow us to shift essentially all that responsibility to them.
Okay.
Matt, I know you've sent us an email with a lot of information. Can you give the minute, 2-minute kind of elevator pitch as to why this
Sure.
is a recommendation?
Yeah, this I believe is our best way forward, with, again, our tax commissioner, Lori, who's been doing this for a long time at a very, very high level, is going to be leaving us, which
33 years, I'm leaving you.
which is terribly sad, but wish her the best. Obviously, she deserves it. So I think that this is just tapping into the economies of scale of Rita, and what they're able to accomplish by partnering with all these cities together. Frankly, I think that kind of advanced collection system that they have going on is one of our best shots at replacing all of the work that Lori does on a daily basis. It should come out to being very cost-effective to the city based on their cost estimate, the cost estimate that Rita provided with the data they got from us. And it also will open up some new functionality for our residents, specifically filing online and many other things akin to filing online, e-billing if they want to opt into it, those sorts of things. While we'll still have our tax agent, Teresa, will be sticking around, so our residents can still come into the office and talk to her if they would like to, so that functionality, that capability is not being lost in the meantime.
Great. What are some other municipalities in our area that have moved to Rita?
Yeah, North Canton moved to Rita in 2016. Other ones in our area, I don't have the list in front of me, unfortunately. I know, but I know that I transitioned Rittman in Wayne County in 2021. I know that Norton is with Rita.
Bedford Heights, Malvern.
She works with a lot of Rita. She works a lot with Rita
is right
already.
here. They're not just an association.
Yeah,
They're right here.
yeah.
A lot of cities, smaller cities, we noticed I've done a couple conversions, but smaller community replacing it and what you're going to get for your money. They're handling over 330 and doing a sales pitch for them at the moment because I've known them my whole career. 330 cities, they're very progressive. They're well-known in the state of Ohio. They have a legal team. We also will do certain things in the city with the legal team differently for collections. They've just been around a long time. A lot of cities go with them, the small ones. You can't replace 33 years or 15 or 20 with someone because those people are ready to retire. They're not going to stay around to have a full-time employee, which is not cost
Right.
effective for any small communities like ours to pay the person that amount of money to teach them a job.
Right.
It's very hard. And it was a hard decision. I'm known as a reader, not like her, I guess, all the time, although they're all my personal friends, but I aspired in the city of Louisville to be just as good as them or better, and we're peers, and the relationship can only be a positive to the city of Louisville financially. We gave them a gold platter with all the numbers and more. I've been stalking people since 1994. So they have a lot of information to dwell in, and it can only benefit our community.
So basically, Lori's irreplaceable.
That, honestly, yeah, I mean, and
that's what we're down
I've
to.
expressed this, I believe, last meeting, and I know in earlier conversations, but a lot of cities do see a large spike in their collections when they move to Rita. I can't promise that for us because Lori's done a really good job.
We're
Yeah.
a small town. We
But
should have 175 withholding accounts. We are tipping and handing to them 1,200. Our courtesy withholding, which everyone knows, Andy knows he was around, 2005, we reduced our credit to 50% for 2 years, and I'm aware of that. And then increased it to 60. I was given free rein to open up the doors, and I did, to every employer, any citizen of Louisville that wanted me to contact their employer, or to withhold so they weren't on courtesies, to make that transition, which is a little bit confusing for our general public. They've been
questions, comments from the rest of council?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So we are losing a little bit of the personal touch, or do you feel like,
Teresa is fantastic. She truly is. So is Lori, but so is Teresa. And yeah, and I know that our residents, I've gotten a lot of good feedback, positive feedback from people who have interacted with Teresa, and she'll be around. I think that, I mean, if there got to be a busy time, a lot of people came in at once, I guess the line gets a little bit longer with only one person rather than two, but I don't think that that's going to be the case, at least not in a terribly long term. A lot of people, more than you'd expect, adapt really quickly to the filing online and those kinds of capabilities.
and Matt, you did have some experience with this at Rittman also,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, this will be my second time going through a RETA transition, so I do, I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means, but I do know kind of what it looks like and what it feels like and what to expect.
Any negatives from the side, like a city has entered this and pulled out of it?
They have had communities pull out in the past, but not very many. I think you can count on like one hand. Two. They've had two.
Lakewood was one within the last 15 years. It took them
Yeah.
over 3 years to regain their population and their tax base. However, with my communication with Matt, we do have another operating system that will stay fairly current. We're going to keep some things interesting in-house, that we do unique to Louisville, that will keep the city of Louisville up to date on addresses
Sure.
and things of that nature, that I'm not, or I wouldn't have recommended it to go, okay, you're pulled over, and there'll be a mechanism. And Matt's very used to the RETA situation also, like they could do, and what they would.
So yeah, and this is their 55th year. So they've had two pull out in 55 years. So I mean, it's not that it certainly can't happen,
Sure.
whatever, it is reversible. It's a council of governments, it's not a private company contract, so we're not under any certain contract to stay for any certain amount of time, if it did come to that.
Gotcha.
Did you say 55th year?
This is Rita's 55th year
Yeah.
in existence, yeah.
Well, that's great. I appreciate you and Andy bringing this. I mean, I know Lori's going to enjoy retirement, but in her absence, being able to replace it with something that can be efficient and still perform at that same level, I think that's always welcome. So,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
And still have the personal touch with Teresa.
Yes, yeah, I do think that's important.
Okay, let's go ahead and vote.
Johnston?
Yes.
McAllister Atkins?
Yes.
Street?
Yes.
Algencia?
Yes.
Cadone?
Yes.
Okay, next up is ordinance number 26-34.
Being an ordinance accepting the amended final plat for Aspire at Orchard Park Townhomes Number 2, located within the corporate limits of the city of Louisville, Ohio.
Make a
I'll
motion.
make the motion that we bring ordinance number 26-34 to the table for its first reading.
Second?
Mayor, this is the first reading, obviously, of the ordinance to accept the final plot for Aspire at Orchard Park Townhomes Number 2. This is the area off of Peach Avenue, adjacent to Broadway. The original home builder, which was K. Hovanian, had one particular design. Now the developer has partnered with another home builder, D.R. Horton, who has a different design, a little bit smaller, and that's what we're reflecting here with this change.
Right on cue. Okay, any questions?
No, because this is like the final, we've been, talked about this last couple meetings, so yes.
So, you're representative with D.R. Horton?
No, I own the development, Anthony Giuliani.
Okay. I don't know if you could answer any questions about D.R.
I can
Horton?
answer all your questions.
Okay. All right.
I've lived with this.
Oh, you have, good, good. So, could you give us a little bit of an idea of after a home is built for a resident, maybe some kind of warranty, or do they have a warranty process, or
The builder gives them a warranty.
the builder gives them a warranty?
Plus they get appliance warranties and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't, I'm not the builder.
You're
I'm
not the builder, but but D.R. Horton gives them a warranty.
Sure.
And do you, well, I mean, I guess there's a.
My guess is it's at least a year.
Okay, all right,
That's kind of a market standard.
okay. And there's, I would assume they give them a number to call and an actual person for them to speak to, in your
Horton's
experience?
case, I would imagine, they're the biggest home builder in the country. So I'm sure that they are very organized in that department.
Okay. I mean, well, I guess the only reason why I'm asking is because you do kind of hear some horror stories at times where, you know, the builder comes in, builds the home, the family moves in, and they run into problems within the first few months, and there's a call center that's not getting back to the resident.
Yeah, I haven't heard, you know, because I run the homeowners association, I have not heard any of that.
Okay.
I think for the most part, people are pretty happy with the product.
Okay,
Um,
okay, that's all I have.
Yeah, so what kind of timeline are you assuming, you know, this is approved?
Well, this is just for the townhome portion,
Yeah.
because the design changed a little bit based upon their plans. So these, once this is approved, we'll file the plat, and then they will be ready to buy lots and start selling townhomes. They'll need to put a model up. There's a second part of this that will be coming in a month or two, which is what we call Phase 2B, and that's going to be the single-family homes, which is a continuation of what K-Hop was building before they bailed.
Mhm.
And then that'll come here, and then ultimately there will be a Phase 3 where we are converting what were 47 townhomes into 35 single families. So they're doing a really good job of offering 3 price points that make affordable housing better opportunities for more people.
Great.
So I don't know the timing on Phase 3, but Phase 2B will be coming soon. I'll be back up here.
Great. Any other
I'm
questions?
Excited.
Yeah, we need more housing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, we are really lucky Horton picked this up, because K-Hop left me holding the bag. And they saw the value in this, and this was actually the first contract they signed in their Northeast operation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're coming into this area, and when they come in a big way, but mine was the first contract they signed, so that tells you something about Louisville. They see it.
Great. Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and vote.
Johnston?
Yes.
McAllister Atkins?
Yes.
Street?
Yes.
Aljansic?
Yes.
Gadone?
Yes,
Let's move to resolution number 26-35.
Being a resolution designating a selected engineering firm for the city of Louisville for the calendar years of 2026, 2027, and 2028 for purposes of reviewing projects for the technical conformance with federal, state, and local regulations or projects where the estimated professional service fees will be under $50,000.
I'll make a motion that we bring Resolution 2635 to the table.
Second?
Mayor, this resolution will formally appoint OHM advisors as the city engineer primarily for the review of plans. They were selected following a qualifications-based selection process that's required by state law. They were, along with some other firms, evaluated by Dave Maley, Darrell, and Darrell's deputy, and this is ultimately who came out as being the most qualified.
Nice. Okay. And anything above that $50,000 threshold would have to be rebrought and
Right,
per
we
the
would- we would-
charter, correct?
Correct. We would have to do a qualifications-based process to specifically pick a firm, whoever it might be, for that project, correct?
Great. Okay. All right, let's vote.
Johnston?
Yes.
McAllister Atkins?
Yes.
Street?
Yes.
Aljansic?
Yes.
Gadone?
yes,
Okay. Brings us to resolution 26-36.
Being a resolution authorizing during the remainder of the 2026 calendar year the sale by internet auction of municipal personal property, including motor vehicles, road machinery, equipment, tools, or supplies which are not needed for public use or are otherwise obsolete or unfit for the purposes for which the equipment was acquired in a manner consistent with Section 721.15 of the Ohio Revised Code.
I'll make a motion to bring resolution 2636 to the table.
Second?
All right, Mayor, what this resolution does changes a little bit the way that we have done things in the past. Historically, when we had excess city property, we would have a single auction, typically by a local auctioneer, and do it essentially all in one day. What we're asking to do is to give us the option of using online auctions to where from this point to the end of the year, provided we, of course, bring you the list of items that we intend to sell, we can do that periodically as we go. And the designated auction houses would be Kiko, which of course is local, and then Gov Deals, which is a very common nationwide auction house for government excess property. But I think the important thing is you will know when the time comes, we are auctioning, because that list will be brought to you at a public meeting.
Do they go to both, or just one or the other?
One or the other.
Okay.
Yes. And then, of course, there's advertising requirements that we'll meet for public auctions.
Sure. Any questions?
How do you decide which one you would go to, Andy?
Well, I think probably we would do most of them locally if we can. It'll just make it an easier process. And it may be possible that we sell everything locally, but we wanted to have an option.
Okay. That makes sense.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and vote.
Johnston?
Yes.
McAllister Atkins?
Yes.
Street?
Yes.
Aljansic?
Yes.
Gadone?
Yes.
All right. Brings us to public speaks. Is anybody here to speak on anything? Are you sure?
Always got
This
anything to
is your
say?
chance. 3 minutes of fame.
You want to introduce yourself?
All right, we'll talk after. How about that? All right. So that brings us to new business and city manager's report.
Just a few things, Mayor. You have with last week's email, the department reports. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have about that. Just a couple of reminders. This weekend is spring cleanup, when people can put various items out on the curb, and Kimball will pick them up throughout the day on Saturday. We just asked that they be put out by Friday night. Also this weekend is the car show that is a product of us partnering with the Eagles. That'll be Saturday from 2 to 7, I believe, is the scheduled time. However, what we found is that they generally start to show up between 9 and 10 in the morning. And provided the weather's good, that it'll be a large turnout. It always was in the past when the weather was good. The Hall of Fame contacted us again about kind of becoming part of the Hall of Fame community with the banners again this year. So in the absence of any opposition, sometime following the 4th of July, the 2026 Hall of Fame banners will go up on the decorative poles downtown. And then finally, just an update on the building so you're aware. I received yesterday a new contract from the architects. Given the change in the scope of the project, we'll do a new contract with them. And then also, that'll be here before the next council meeting after Tanya reviews it. The process for hiring a construction manager, we will start that process here in the next couple of weeks as well, who will ultimately work alongside the architect to make sure that we are making the best decisions that we can with respect to a new city hall.
For the spring cleanup,
Yes.
and correct me if I'm wrong on this, this is only for the people in the city that opted into the Kimball, the single hauler, right?
Correct.
So if anybody doesn't use them and sets their stuff out, it's gonna be left there.
It's going to be left, and they have pinpoint accuracy with their GPS on the addresses that,
Okay.
so, yes, it
Okay.
is for the people who did not opt out of the program. Yeah.
Okay.
For the people that did not opt out.
And it's a service that people
Yeah.
pay for. I mean, I forget if it was several cents a month that it ended, like when they itemized it, I mean, this is just, people are paying for this all year with your utility bills.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's a great point, Mike. Glad you brought that up.
And the night before, of course, you'll see a number of.
Oh, they're
people
already out.
traveling
They're
the
already out
neighborhoods.
picking stuff
That's
up.
that's the real entertainment.
Get your medal out now.
Yes.
Which
Get your
actually,
metal out
you know,
now.
it helps reduce the amount of weight that has to be removed, so.
That's great.
It's not
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
That's great. All right, anything else?
That is all, Mayor.
Any questions for Andy?
That's all I have.
All right, Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. As you know, we had two structure fires this past week, one inside the city limits of Louisville. It's being investigated by the Ohio State Fire Marshal's Office. And then we assisted Township on another one, and it's also being investigated by them, too. Everybody made it out safe. The one in the Township, we was able to save 7 dogs, got those out, gave them some oxygen. Humane Society took care of those. And then also, yesterday was that stair climb event that we've been having with Louisville and the Michelle, and it went very well. Seen a couple of you there. Trish actually did some of the steps with them, so that's very challenging. I believe, I've heard that they raised a little over $4,000 for that event, so. And then at the end, they had a tug-of-war contest between Louisville and the Michelle, and Louisville won, so.
Here, here.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, that's all I have.
All right, Dave?
Mayor, I really don't have anything, just to note, I talked, I think, in previous sessions, that Todd Hawk, who is the Stark Economic Development Board, he kind of works in the housing side of things with regards to housing, this housing committee they have, the county. I'd like for him to come. I think we talked about him coming to one of the meetings. He's usually about a 15-minute presentation. So I anticipate maybe bringing him to if he's available at the next meeting, when we're talking about shortages of housing. He has all the statistics and stuff. It's very helpful. He came to our planning commission meeting. It was very informative. And then secondly, Jason Popeil, who will be the principal contact that we'll be working with OHM, our new engineering firm. I would anticipate him coming possibly at the next meeting to introduce himself to all of you.
Great. Okay, Darrell?
Thank you, Mayor. I really had nothing else. I'll take any questions.
Life is good, huh?
Life's good.
Good presentation today, Darrell.
Thank you.
All right, Chief?
Since this morning, this will make Matt happy, we received the grant through Akron Community Foundation
Nice.
for $1,800 to support the purchase of a second e-bike that is identical to the e-bike we already have, establishing a bike patrol as opposed to a singular e-bike. And this grant was recommended by the Demboski Robinson family, which is someone that knows our current bike officer. So we received that check.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
Neat.
Now, that bike is for the finance director?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Just wanted to clarify.
I'm very intimidating patrolling the streets.
All right. Anything else, Matt, you'd like to share?
No, I don't really have anything to add.
Saving it for
today.
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm saving my voice for tomorrow.
Okay. All right, any other concerns? Speak now, go once, going twice.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay. That's all we have for our meeting tonight. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Go ahead and vote.
Johnston?
Yes.
McAllister Atkins?
Yes.
Street?
Yes.
Aljansic?
Yes.
Godone?
Yes.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.